Oh my god. This camera. Oh my god. Okay. Hello. All right. Hello and welcome back to another vlog. So I am coming to you from my new vlogging camera. And actually, I was just blabbering on for about 5 minutes straight. And the camera was about to power off. And I was like, what is happening? And I realized I actually wasn't recording. So yeah, take two, but really take one. So welcome back. Right now I am sitting in the home office. It's 11:43 and my husband just left this morning for a work trip. So I ended up waking up. He had to leave at like 6:30 in the morning to take his car to the airport, but I ended up waking up as well just in that process. And then I basically stayed in bed but didn't really fall asleep again. And then we ended up talking once he got through security. And then I was kind of awake and that whole thing. And I thought it would be fun to do like a little vlog while he's gone. I feel like this is so close to my face, even though I'm holding it as far away as I can. This is actually the longest we'll have been apart since we got married. So where was I going with this? He's gone. I'm going to be here by myself. I thought maybe I would vlog during that time. And I also got a new vlogging camera. I got the DJI, I think is maybe how you say it. A lot of YouTubers I watch use it. And I really liked how small it was too. Because if you want to vlog in public, like it's a lot more inconspicuous than a huge vlogging camera. And it's just also like less tedious. It's a lot less heavy and bulky. I gotta figure out like a tripod situation or something. I also had to buy an SD card, which is a whole thing. So I'm gonna try to like put you down and see how that works. Okay. I think it focused on something that wasn't my face, but all right. So he gone the whole weekend. He'll be back Sunday night. The longest we've been apart actually was for another work trip he took last year, but that was only a 2-day trip in total. So yeah, it's going to be 4 days by myself. I don't know if I'm going to go crazy, if it's going to be, like I just haven't spent that much time alone in so long. And, I tried to make some plans. So today the plan is, at 1, I have a therapy appointment. So my plan, I think I just said my plan is twice. After I'm done blabbering, I'm going to take a shower and get dressed and all of that stuff. I just did this little painting. I don't even know what I think of it. I do abstract paintings. So that was something I did this morning. I have this whole list of different hobbies and habits that I sort of keep track of and try to do as many as possible in a day. And also, ideally, before I really start my day. Which, because I don't have a job, like I have the privilege and luxury of doing that. So like art is one of those things, meditation, doing some kind of workout or yoga, like playing the spelling bee, Wordle, crossword every day. Really the mini crosswords, what I mean by that. So there it is in all its glory. It's very OCD of me, which I do have OCD. So I'm not co-opting that term. But okay, so yeah, therapy at 1, and then, I have a Genius Bar appointment at like 5:30 because I need to get my AirPods replaced because the microphone stopped working, which happens literally like every 3 to 4 months. I have to do this whole thing. But it's no big deal. Like I've done it a million times. Like it's going to be fine. It's mostly just like waiting around in the Apple store. That's like most of the task involved. And then sort of in between that, because the only Apple store by us is at the mall, and it's a really, really nice mall. It's one of the few malls that isn't like a dying mall. And so my plan is like after therapy, I'm going to go to the mall, do some shopping. I have to make a return. And then I'm going to end my trip at the Apple store and then like come back. And, an old friend of mine and I are planning to catch up on the phone this evening. So I think like that'll be like after I come back. And then I was supposed to be participating in a book club on Sunday. But today on Instagram, like on our chat, everyone was like, I'm busy. I can't do Sunday. So it turns out we're going to be moving that. But I was really looking forward to doing that when my husband wasn't here. So yeah, so that's kind of a bummer. And I have like a sort of a cousin, like family friend. Like she's not actually my cousin, but sort of is in a way. And she it helps to run this conference, essentially that's about like trauma and like psychology research. And she was kind enough to get me a free registration. So I've been like attending some sessions and watching that as well. I'll probably do that like a little bit more tomorrow. But yeah, so that's also something like on the agenda for this weekend. But that's kind of like it as far like today is my much more planned day, which part of me is like, should I just go to the mall tomorrow instead? So that I have like more plans and like more sort of like time. But I don't know. I really do kind of feel like going today, but I guess like after therapy I'll like decide for sure if I'm gonna go or not. I also feel like too much unstructured time at the mall is like not a good idea. So anyway, you might be able to hear they're like mowing the lawn outside. So, all right, I am going to get into the day, but this will be fun, and I'll hopefully actually learn how to use this camera in the process. So, hi everybody. All right, it is much later. It is now about 6:30, and I got home a little bit ago. I was talking to my husband on the phone a little bit, and the mall was great. I had a really good time, and I got some good stuff. The first half of it was not very successful. Like, I don't think I bought anything. I was there for about 3 hours, and for the first hour and a half of it, I didn't buy anything. But then at the end, we found some good stuff. So we're going to do a little bit of a mall haul. I just got to put you down so that we can do that. Still getting used to this camera, so caught me a little bit of slack. But all right, so first thing, I went to Brooks Brothers, and I actually had to return a shirt my husband got, and I learned while I was there that they've changed the return policy, because they used to waive the 30-day return policy if you had an account, and they no longer do that. But luckily, the person working was nice enough to allow me to do an even exchange. So I got my husband this hat. He loves these Brooks Brothers hats, and he has a pink one and maybe a black one. He has another color, but this was the last white one, and he doesn't have white, and so I thought I would get him that. And then I got this little sheer lace tank top from Aerie. I thought it would be really cute for layering. And I got it a little small because I like tank tops, kind of like the one I'm wearing, to be a little bit snug so that it almost kind of like holds you up and gives you like enough support that you don't need to wear a bra with it. And then I got some little eye patches from Patchology. And then I got a bunch of books. I had to move some of them into my free paper bag so that the paper bag wouldn't break from Barnes & Noble. But let me show you the books I got. So the first one is Madhouse, which essentially is a book about Congress. It's one of those insider journalistic looks at the 118th Congress. The last Congress in session, we're currently at 119 as of January. So I was very excited about this. I got We Can Do Hard Things, Answers to Life's 20 Questions by Glennon Doyle, Abby Wambach, and Amanda Doyle. This has been like on my list. I was on an e-hold, but I figured just looking at it, I thought it would be better actually to read the book in print just because of like the way it's written is a little more Q&A style. And also it was $5 off at Barnes & Noble, so I figured I would just go ahead and get it. And also, I think it'll be nice to be able to read some physical books while my husband's gone. Next one is called How to Winter, Harness Your Mindset to Thrive on Cold, Dark, and Difficult Days. sort of a social science book. And then I got this little floral lemonade kit. It just is like some spices that kind of give your lemonade more of a floral taste. Then I got this Kate Spade notebook because it was on clearance and I really like Kate Spade. And then I got this Brené Brown book that I've had my eye on also for a while, and also was $5 off. So there you go. And I had a $5 coupon, so it was $5 off the subtotal. Okay, so then I went to this little exotic food store. So they sell chips and candy from different countries. So I got these hot and spicy Lays. These are from Thailand. And I got these oregano Lays from Greece. These Texas grilled barbecue flavor. These are from Taiwan. And these I'm giving to my husband because he loves barbecue. And then I got these matcha fig Oreos. How cool. And I think these are from Thailand as well, although it says product of China. Maybe it's China, but either way, I'm very excited about those. I think I might do a taste test for you all. And then finally we have Free People, which is definitely where I spent the most money. I usually don't buy Free People retail. Like, I have. It's not like I never have, but it's extremely rare that I do. But today I splurged a little bit. So first I got this pretty sage green blouse. It's like a satin blouse that has lace detailing, has sort of these like kind of pearlescent buttons, the little ribbon tie. I just thought this would be so cute with so many different outfits. Like a great thing you could just like throw over leggings and kind of like instantly elevate the look, but also it could go over like a dress, or you know, you could wear it with jeans. You could kind of dress it up or dress it down, but I feel like it dresses up a look a little bit, almost like this little button down I have on right now. And so I decided to get it. Next is this really pretty floral argyle V-neck sweater vest, which I love. I have two other sweater vests from Free People, but they're not, those I did not buy retail. Those I got at TJ Maxx, and because this was $100, I was like, ugh, but it is 100% cotton, which I think really convinced me because the quality of the material is there. It's not really for this. This is like rayon, I think, but this was a little less. This was $78. But yeah, that's what really convinced me to get this. And just like how versatile it is, and you know, it'll just go with so many different outfits. It's very timeless. It is trendy, but it's also timeless, if that makes sense. And then, yeah, the last thing, and I think this is the last thing in general, is this really gorgeous lace little slip skirt, although it's inside out. But Free People stuff like this is really more meant to be worn like as clothing and not as like a lingerie piece, although you could wear it as a lingerie piece obviously. But I loved the colors of the purple and the powder blue, and I have a couple other pieces like this that I wear all the time and I really like and that last a long time. And yeah, so I just really, really liked it and I decided to get it. What can I say? So that's the haul. And I am freaking starving because I didn't eat anything at the mall. I got a Starbucks, but I didn't have any food. I ate half of a chocolate croissant before I left for the mall, so I think I'm going to eat the other half. And then I might order food, or I might not. I feel like I will, but I'm also supposed to talk to my friend on the phone. I don't know what time we're going to do that. I'm probably going to message him in like 10 or 15 minutes. Assuming like that we're still doing that, I'll probably order food like after we talk and probably just have like the rest of my chocolate croissant and like a couple little snacks or whatever until we chat. So yeah, that's it. But maybe, you know what, I've decided in the spirit of like having snacks, I'm gonna actually do the taste test of these things. So first, we've got the Lay's hot and spicy. So, ooh, it smells like almost like paprika. Ooh, yeah, that's hot. That actually is hot. I wish they made Lay's like this here. It's like Szechuan and paprika. It's really good. Paprika gives it a little smokiness. All right, and then we have the oregano Lay's. It's a big chip. Ooh, yum! That's amazing. Wow. You know, in this flavor, I will say I was a little skeptical of how it would taste, but it's an interesting combo. Yeah, I feel like it's just nice and herbal. It'd be really good with like a tzatziki dip or something like that. Really good. I'm not going to try the chips I bought for my husband because I don't want them to go stale, and I won't really like them. But we're going to try one of these matcha Oreos. Ooh, it comes in like 2 little sleeves like this. Ooh, these are so cute. Look how thin they are. Do you see that? I actually really like that. Okay, so these are fig and matcha flavored. Oh yeah, they have just a little bit of cream. I feel like that's honestly enough though. Oh wow. Oh, that's so good. It's subtle, like it doesn't like hit you in your face, or it doesn't taste like fake. Yeah, it tastes almost like you're eating a matcha latte. It has like some fig, like what would you call that? Like preserve or like fig juice or something like that in it. Really good. So I think my favorite is actually probably the Oreos. I think followed by, I think the hot and spicy, just because I love hot and spicy. I mean, they don't really make spicy enough Lay's in this country. So, all right, I will check in with you guys later. Hello, everybody. It is now about 8:45, and I didn't hear from my friend who I was supposed to talk to on the phone, so I sent him a message, and it turns out he has a really early morning tomorrow, so we're going to reschedule, I think, for Saturday, which it was one of those things where, like, I did not want to flake because I really care about this person, and I've been wanting to reconnect with them for a while, and they're also someone who's, like, super busy, and so I didn't want to be the one to flake, but it was the kind of thing, too, where I wanted to give him validation that, like, I also was kind of relieved that he needed to reschedule because I was just a little bit tired from being at the mall, and, you know, I got up at, like, 6:15 today just because I got woken up just with, like, my husband getting ready to go, and like I said earlier, I just ended up kind of staying awake, and so yeah, I'm definitely like more tired than usual at this time, but yeah, I'm just gonna basically continue having a chill night, and I've just been watching some YouTube and doing a little reading. I made some of that floral lemonade, which you can see here. So this is actually some blue agave mojito kombucha with the juice of 2 lemons and like the floral, almost like a tea mix, and it's really good. That's delicious. That would be great as a cocktail. Also, maybe I should. Oh, I think I have to. Oh no. Okay. I'm just getting used to like this camera, as I've said the whole freaking video, but I'm just flipping you around. So here I am. Hi. I just feel so cute today. I don't know what it is. I just feel really, really pretty. You can't really see me in entirety though, but I just feel so pretty. I don't know what it is, but I'm just feeling it today. Okay. PSA is over. So my plan is to basically just keep chilling. Oh, I have absolutely no idea what we're doing. I'm totally free. Like, I have no plans or anything for tomorrow. And, you know, my husband will still be on his trip. So, like, nothing will be going on around here. So, we'll see what I get up to. I'm not even really sure yet. But it's either going to be like a chill day at the house or I'm going to, like, go out and do something again. But I'm kind of thinking it's going to be a chill day at the house. So, bye. Hello. It is Friday at close to 5 o'clock. Oh, 4:26, not quite 5, but this is one of those days where the day has really gotten away from me. I haven't done hardly anything, but a big part of that is because I was up until 5 in the morning. Yeah, I have a hard time sleeping a lot of the time when I'm by myself and like when my husband isn't here, which hardly ever happens, although it will start to happen more as he gets more senior. And I just had a really hard time. I ended up just kind of like accepting that I was awake and reading in bed for most of the night past. Like, I went to bed at maybe like 1:30. So basically from like 1:30 to 5, I was just kind of like reading in bed. But I got up maybe around noon today and, you know, haven't even done yoga yet. Like, I haven't really done a lot. I've been working my way through my books, which I'll do like a little book recap, maybe like Sunday or something, but I am dressed at least. I'm also planning to use a good portion of the day to watch back a bunch of the presentations that were at a conference that my cousin is helping to run through the Trauma Research Foundation, which I watched it live on Thursday, and then yesterday, because of everything going on, my appointment and going to the mall and my appointment at the mall at the Genius Bar, like, I just didn't end up watching it live. And then today, because I've been like struggling, I haven't watched it yet, but they do replays for everything. And then I think tomorrow I'm going to try to watch some more of it live. But I wanted to show you my outfit. Hello. See, this is the type of outfit that I don't think I would wear out of the house. A little Free People intimately dress, but it's more of like a lingerie piece. As you can see, it didn't come with a slip or anything, and so it's completely see-through. I have it on with this cute little pair of like bloomer underwear that's kind of like a nude color, which I think works well under it. I don't know if I would wear it out of the house. I probably would in like New York City or something, but here I feel like it's the kind of thing where I would get a lot of stares for wearing that. Hold on, if I refocus. Okay, I think that's working. It's hard to get the right angle on this thing. So, and then I have it actually with a little Free People sweater vest and just this little mint green little tank top from Target with the bow and the lace. And the little dress has these cute little like bow ties on the side, and I have one of my Lily Sadugi headbands with the little radishes. I feel like this is just such a cute cottagecore sort of outfit, and it's very comfortable. And like I said, usually I wear this little dress piece just at home. I do have a slip that kind of works for it, but it's not, it's one of those things where because it didn't come with the dress, it's not like the exact perfect length and dimension. So like it looks a little bit weird. But anyway, I suppose I could like buy another slip, but I digress. So hopefully that was somewhat interesting. I feel like I'm having a good hair day, so that's awesome. Well, I'm going to watch this back and think my hair looks horrible, but so yeah, not much has really been going on. It ended up being a good day for just like chilling at the house and just kind of relaxing. So yeah, I don't really have that much to say, but I just wanted to come on and say hello and give you a little update. I'm guessing I probably won't film very much today, if anything else, but one more thing I want to show you is this matcha that I just made. Okay, so now you can see this really good matcha that I made. Oh my gosh, so good. This is just an oat milk matcha with a little bit of this cardamom rose powder on the top, and it's just really good, and I did a really good job, and I love matcha on a day like today. Cheers. All right, hello everyone. It is 7:43 p.m. on Sunday night. I have had a nice 3-day hibernation. I've had a lot of just nice time by myself. I was watching, kind of binge watching, catching up on Law & Order SVU and Law & Order Organized Crime today, and also just like doing some more art projects, and my Target grocery order was just delivered. I'm about to go and get that. I always like to wait until the delivery person is gone, for like safety, because I feel like, you don't want to be like opening your house up to like a stranger, and B, for awkwardness. Yeah. So the person who was doing my order was so thorough and was like texting me throughout the process. I always try to not do too many sort of like DoorDash grocery orders, because I feel like half the time they just don't pick out the things that I would pick out. And what I mean is like, if you're picking out limes, for example, like I would pick out like the limes that'll be the juiciest and the that are like the most ripe. But a lot of times, they give you stuff that's like either underripe or overripe, and or like really small ones or whatever, right? But I feel like they don't always pick out the best things, and then I have like buyer's remorse. And B is that it can be expensive. I feel like can you tell I haven't been sleeping that much in the past couple days? Hold on, I'm gonna get my groceries and take them in the house. It can be expensive with the delivery fees and the tip and everything. And C, going along with that, I always feel like I have to give a pretty substantive tip, because on something like DoorDash, the driver person is actually the one doing your shopping. So it's so different than if they're just going and like picking up your food order that you already placed, where they're just like picking up the order. They're not placing the order for you and waiting for you and all that stuff. They're just picking it up, because it's not like, oh, Target puts your grocery order together and then the person just picks it up. Like, they're actually shopping. And, that takes so much more time and work. And, I think it's only fair to like tip for that and not do it too much. But today I was like, you know what? I'm going to have to Uber to probably Trader Joe's to get groceries for the week, since my husband's coming home like late tonight, probably not going to be back here, I'm guessing, till like 11ish. His flight was also delayed like half an hour. So I was going to spend like probably $30 Ubering there and back to Trader Joe's, since it's not really close. Like, it's not far, but it's not close. It's maybe 15 minutes from me. So it was probably going to be around $10 to $15 each way to Uber. And, and just like the hassle of it, the time involved. And I figure if I go somewhere like Trader Joe's, I'm going to end up spending more because of all the novelty items, right? Like, that's how Trader Joe's works. So I was like, you know what? I'm just going to place a Target grocery order, get a few things. Also, my husband's going to be going into New York City to go into his office 2 days this week, Tuesday and Wednesday. And so I'm going to be here by myself for 2 more days this week. And those are 2 more days where he's not really going to need food. And so, like, we don't really need that much. And we still have like a good amount of stuff from previous weeks. But yeah, I'm going to go through the order. It was so funny though, because and this kid, I mean, like, God bless him, honestly. He was probably like an 18 or 19-year-old, I would guess. And like, he drops. So, okay, first of all right, I'm going on like a major rant right now, but all right. So one of my pet peeves, I have many and various, but one of them is when people knock on my door when we have a doorbell, and we have a Ring doorbell, and like, that's purposeful, obviously. And I just hate when people like knock on your door. I find it like, it's jarring. It's very like, it's just improper. It's like, you should ring the doorbell, you should do that whole thing, especially with Ring, because you can talk to the person like through the Ring, and it just like, that's what it's there for. and like, literally, like, how forcefully this kid was knocking on the door. I was like, holy shit, okay, I gotta pull up my Ring app. And so I pulled it up, and I was like, oh, you can just leave it like on the step, like, thank you. And which is what I'll usually say if the instructions, I have the instructions always set on DoorDash to just leave it and do like a no contact delivery. But I would say 10% of people don't listen to that. And so that's what I'll always just say if they do. And usually, they just are like, oh, no problem. And, they just leave the order. And this kid was like, I saw it was apartment A. And so I wanted to like be really thorough. And because where I live, it's like 2 units, but it's like a house that was kind of converted. And there's like, I almost am like, should I not be saying this on the internet? But like, there's like only one front door, and it's to our unit. And so we get things dropped off in the front purposefully also, so that they don't like accidentally drop it to our neighbors. And also it's just easier like with where the front door is located. And I think I've talked about this even in other vlogs, but, and he was like, can you like, it was apartment A, like blah, blah, blah. Like, can you like verify the name of the customer? Cause I think legitimately he was concerned that like either he was at the wrong place, or that I was just like going along with him being at the wrong place and getting a free Target order. And, so I said the name, and like, I think it's a distinctive name. So he realized like, yeah, this is me. This is the right place. So, it was just kind of funny, and I sort of felt bad, but it's one of those things I need to look up what the name of this emotion is, where you feel bad, but you're annoyed at the same time. Cause that's what I felt. Like, part of me is like, oh, this poor kid. And like, he's trying to make sure he didn't like go to the wrong place. But then I'm also like, really? Like, why are you like knocking on my door? Or, like, as if you're trying to like kick it in, I don't know. So I am all over the place right now. I am also vlogging on my phone, because I want to see if there's like a difference. I want to see the difference between the camera and the phone. And so I figure for like the last part of the vlog, I'll vlog on my phone, and we'll see what the difference is. in the camera quality and the sound and, you know, all of that stuff. So it is definitely easier to vlog on my phone, but I know there's a way you can kind of sync the Digi with your phone that I haven't figured out yet. And also I ordered a tripod that came as well, and for the camera. But the screen is so small. That's like the thing I don't like about it. And I know the Digi 3, I have the Digi 2, and the Digi 3 has a little bit of a bigger viewfinder, but it's also like $300 more. So yeah. All right, I'm gonna put you down and I'm gonna start unpacking the groceries. Okay, so let's see what we got from Target. First, we have some Polar seltzer water. We spend way too much money on seltzer water, and we do have a soda stream, but I don't know how to use it yet. And I can't be bothered to learn, so we spent like $4 on Polar. And then, all right, let's see. We did have some substitutions. So I have a bad feeling. I saw what they were, and like it's, as I said, the person was being overly communicative, if anything, but I just have a bad feeling I'm gonna like hate half the things that are substituted, and I just like couldn't be bothered to like, it's a whole thing to try to like replace it, and yeah. So okay, so first, or I guess second, we have Counterculture Coffee's Big Trouble with tasting notes of caramel, nutty, and round. So this was on sale because it's literally like $20 to get a bag of coffee beans nowadays. Oh my God, I did not realize how big this was. So we got these miniature apples. I thought these would be really good, like for my husband in the morning or to like take to work with him, because they're small, but I did not realize just how big they were. So we're gonna have a lot of apples. Honestly, I've been needing to start juicing again now that the weather's nicer, and I don't know, drinking like a fresh pressed juice in like January just feels wrong and unnatural. So but now that it's May, you know, I think we can resume juicing. So we got our apples, and then he actually chose some good limes, I have to say. And then we've got these mini cucumbers. And my favorite blueberry vanilla, no sugar added granola from Cascadian Farms. These are Brussels sprouts. Actually, smaller than I thought, but I think actually in this case that's a good thing. Because usually whenever we buy Brussels sprouts, it's just too big of a package, and then half of them go to waste. Some tofu, a Chobani key lime flip, some grape tomatoes. This was one of the substitutions. This is white cheddar popcorn. I just figured it was really cheap because it's the Target private label, Good and Gather. And I've never really tried their popcorn, so I just figured, like, we'll just try it and see how it is. Iced double espresso vanilla pods. I think that was the most expensive item in my order, but highly worth it. And then, yeah, okay, so then we have oat malt. They were out of Oatly Barista, which was devastating, but malt, I think, is pretty decent. And since it doesn't have a lot of preservatives, I feel like it sort of behaves better. So we'll see how well this foams. It also was on sale, so. Then some lime juice and a raspberry lemon recess. So that was everything that we got. Kind of disturbing that this is like I think this was probably, I'll have to look at the receipt, but I think this is about $90 of groceries, which is just kind of wild. I'm going to put this stuff away. We're going to end the vlog here. Thank you so much for watching and spending this weekend with me. He honestly made it fun to be able to take you guys along. I didn't do my book review. I think I'm going to do like a separate video with that because this was just getting too long and just chaotic. So thank you again. Please like and subscribe. Tell me what kind of videos you want to see. I'm always open to ideas and suggestions, and I just love hearing from you. So I will see you next time. Bye.